morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 30th of November. Now, if you are new to my channel, guys, please consider subscribing. Hit those like buttons. I pretty much do a daily video and please feel free to comment down below. I've also got my 2024 predictions out as well. Go and check those out on my playlist. I've got part 1 and 2 and I've also got a celebrity and some financial prediction one as well. But I will be doing countries soon, so look out for those as well. I'll do individual kind of countries, the major countries, that is, because obviously I can't do them all. We've got a little bit of admin as well this morning, guys. I am here with my doggos. I've got Sophie here. And I've got Spocket here. There he is. Say hello, Spock. There he is. It's pouring rain outside. We've had really torrential rain here. We're getting your UK rain, like I keep saying. Hopefully you guys are getting sunshine. You deserve it. You've been in rain for so long. So it's good for the garden, but yes, we've had continuous rain, hence the hair's a bit crazy. I've been out in the rain today. But up north, up in Queensland, I think where you are, Jen, they're having a heat wave. So I don't know how all this weather goes. It is certainly weird. I remember once you used to get rain, it would just fall like nice light little drizzle and it would just be nice. But now it's like everything's a bit wacky to do with the weather, isn't it? It's all extreme and it's all windy and I feel like now you can't even put an umbrella up because it'll turn inside out. It's kind of that a little crazy. And if you think of the heat as well, and I can tell you here in New South Wales, a lot of the areas that got really affected by the fires, Cobargo and Malakuta, I think it's Malakuta, they're now getting flooding. So how frustrated must some of these little towns be getting here in Australia anyway, down here in New South Wales. Now there's firstly, actually, before I get started on the admin, because there's a little bit to get through today, because I like to keep you guys up to date with bits and bobs that are happening, not just in Australia, but globally as well. I just took Sprocket to the vet. I know you guys have been really following Sprocket's journey. He's been unwell for probably the last couple of months. We've had him to the vet and then home and then umming and ahhing what to do. He came good, but then he goes down. So my hubby and I took him to the vet today and he was very good. We had to put a muzzle on him because he's very scared of people. But look, he did really well, I think, because he knows he's not feeling very well. And he ended up having a bit of gingivitis, which could be causing a breath problem. His gums were a little red. They weren't terrible. I might even have to start cleaning his teeth, I think. But he had a little bit of gingivitis. But then he took a blood test as well. So the vet sent that off as well. He thought the drooling was a little odd. So he got us to do a urine test because I was a bit concerned about the diabetes. He's snoring so loud. You know, he's only lost, he put him on the scales and Sprocket's only lost 200 grams. Oh my God. I thought he'd lost heaps. He's lost hardly anything. He said, we've got to halve the food again. Can you imagine poor Sprocket? He'll be just crying in the corner in the fetal position because he'll be dying of starvation. Because he's not moving around, he said it's not active enough to be burning it off, so we have to halve it again. Oh my God, Sprocket is not going to cope. I'm telling you, I'm not going to cope. And then we got him outside and we managed to get a urine sample from him, which was good. He did it into this kidney dish and then I had to pour it into the little sample pot. And then he did the diabetes test and all that while we were there. So that was really good. And he said that he actually does have an infection somewhere. He said sometimes dogs get it around their sheath or must be their private parts, I'm guessing. But he said there has been some infection. There's definitely a sign of some sort of infection. So he's put him on antibiotics for the infection and the gingivitis. So fingers, and they're like horse tablets. They're huge. I've been breaking them in half. So he's on like 3 big, massive tablets a day. And he's going to get back to us with the blood test. But definitely no diabetes. He said that was all really good. So that's the main thing. So obviously he's had some sort of infection. So I still reckon it's to do with the gut or something like that. But mild gingivitis, which is not uncommon, he said, but he's given us antibiotics for that. So I think I'm going to have to start cleaning Sprocket's teeth. Oh my God, it just never ends, does it, with pets? Anyway, so that's pretty positive that we're hopefully on the road to get this little boy, sorry Spocky, mended now. He's not been himself, and I think you guys have all noticed that in the videos too. Anyway, enough of my doggos. Sorry, guys. But I know you have been sending well wishes and kind thoughts to my dogs as well. I know you guys are so tolerant of my dogs. So I can't believe it. Even their silly barking shenanigans. It's so... Oh, and she's got the barking collar back on today. I made sure the batteries are charged up and ready to go. So she's on vibrating at the moment like a mobile phone. If she barks too much, it vibrates. Because they reckon it interrupts their thought patterns somehow. Okay, let's get straight into the admin now. Enough of me and my doggo's adventures. Okay, I was telling you yesterday how they'd let out all these immigrants in Queensland, 135 of them. Oh, yes. Some child molesters, rapists, these kind of things. Well, apparently they lost one. Remember I was telling you they lost one? Well, now they've miraculously found them. The Australian Federal Police have managed to find that person, track them down, and now they have an ankle bracelet on to be tracked. They weren't really a danger, apparently, to society. But anyway, they've found them. And now, you know what it's done? You know how we always question things, don't we, guys? Well, now they're saying that they're going to have to pass some very serious bills around immigration, around immigrants, about the releasing of immigrants. So what is really going on here, guys? BS detectors, so many questions. Immigration is going on globally on a massive scale. It's out of control. Well, there's no control on it. Look at the Mexican border, America. I keep saying people are standing up against that in America. The Biden war begins. But, you know, in Australia here, they're going to start changing some bills. So I'll keep you up to date on what they're sort of bringing in, guys, because I've got a lot of questions around this. What are they up to? It's like they fed us a heap of BS and garbage about all this. I mean, because why would you be releasing the criminals and not all the normal people who aren't criminals? Like, does any of this make any sense, anybody? Cheers, everyone. I've made a cup of tea. Oh, and the other thing is, oh, yes, the RBA, is it, who does our interest rates, the Reserve Bank of Australia, yes. Well, they're saying that inflation is easing. Oh, that's wonderful. Meaning that they're going to be able to probably ease off with the rate rises, which I doubt very much personally. They just feed people this garbage just to get them through Christmas and give people a little bit of hope. But I think still we're going to be seeing interest rate rise in 2024. I keep getting it, and we know that all these people lie to us. So there's a high probability that we're still going to be getting interest rates here in Australia. And everywhere else, I'm guessing. But easing off a little bit, like I said, just to get everyone through Christmas. But again, people really aren't spending because they've got no money to spend. All the shops here are quiet. I'm sure you guys are noticing it as well. Where are we? Oh, and a video popped up the other day. I know a lot of you guys watch Clown Planet, Carl Vernon. Oh my gosh, that guy is funny. I have some gut laughs on his channel. I really do. I love listening to him talk. He's in the UK, isn't he? And he had a video about Bill Gates and how much of the land he owns. I'm sure it was on Clown Planet. It would have to have been. Bill Gates, we always knew he owned a lot of the land in America, but he's even buying more and more. And he's outbidding farmers. Like, normal people can't even afford to pay the prices that are now being put on farmland in America. So this is a massive issue. So we know Bill Gates is really snaveling everything up now for his engineered food, his fake food coming to a store near you guys. We've already tried the rubber bacon and the fake schnitzels. Oh, that was like rubber thongs, crumbed rubber thongs. And did you guys see, got to go to Clown Planet. Please go check it out. Clown Planet keeps us up to date. Did you see, you know how we were talking the other day that French people might still fight back, or, you know, how is Macron going to allow this though when he's got the, I think the Olympics are in June or July. I did look it up, guys, after talking to you the other day. But they showed the French farmers doing like the Netherlands did, dumping all the poop and just shit everywhere. You got to go check it out, guys. It's unreal. Hay, poop, the whole lot. Yes, the France farmers are standing strong. So go check out Clown Planet. You might catch some of these videos because it's really worth a laugh. I'm guessing this has only just happened. It looked pretty recent. So we know there's some fightbacks happening in France, which is good confirmation that the little people haven't just gone away. And this morning, this popped up on, I think it was Sky News or some news, and it was about the Netherlands, that someone's released a book in the Netherlands, apparently called The End Game, but it's about the royals. It's about the royals. And it's accidentally, apparently this is what they're saying, accidentally leaked who the racist person was. But you have to translate it, so we haven't found out who it was yet. But it's accidentally released who the person was. Yes. That was being called a racist by Harry and Meghan about, is their son Archie? Archie, isn't it? Yes. So it's called Endgame, and apparently it's in the Netherlands. So they've got to translate it. So the royal Kardashians are being kept in the limelight, yes, again, as we always talk about here. You've got to keep yourself on the world stage, and what better way to do it than to release a little bit of mystery, and because no one's actually come out and said who the racist was. Oh, it's too funny. Called Endgame. Why would it be called Endgame? We wish it was the end game of the royal Kardashians, but unfortunately, I'm not seeing that. Because we know Harry and Meghan, of course, are on their privacy tour. So, but they just keep popping up in our faces, don't they, for some weird reason? There's so much admin today. Sorry, guys, but I have a lot to share. I know you guys understand, because all the BS garbage and lies that gets fed to us, we do really have a giggle at. The latest here is that the cruise ships that usually port in Melbourne. Oh, yes, Melbourne, the most locked down city in the world. It all happens in Melbourne, Victoria. Well, apparently, they're not going to be able to port there soon. A lot of cruise ships, the poor old cruise ships being targeted again, as if they haven't had it bad enough, because they're going to have to pay higher taxes. Yes, the Australian government is charging them more taxes if they come into port. So basically all those little businesses and that around the ports are going to suffer again, because the tourists aren't going to come in and spend their money. So we know how it's all going. So the taxes are going up for the cruise ship arrivals in the port. The other thing is, they were on TV this morning on the news, and they were talking about ETFs. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I'd never heard of it. It's called exchange traded funds. And they were saying how many people are investing in these. They were saying people in Australia have spent up to $4 billion investing in these ETFs, which is exchange traded funds, which can't be healthy and safe, I wouldn't think. But people get sucked into these things, thinking they're investing in their future. And guess what one of the companies was they're investing in? Oh, yes, I saw a few that I recognised, but the one that stood out to me was, yes, Vanguard happened to be on the list. So I'm thinking if Vanguard's on the list, there's probably other things like, on that list that probably shouldn't really be trusted to invest your money in, but then a lot of people wouldn't know that, would they? And of course, remember I was telling you the other day, guys, about their Sydney tunnel that's been built? Well, they're calling it the spaghetti roads or something like this. And it's all gone south. The traffic gridlock it has caused. They built this, it was a tunnel, not a bridge. I made a mistake the other day, guys. They built this tunnel to ease the traffic and everything, and now it's caused utter chaos. People are in traffic for 2 hours. They're interviewing people in Sydney, and it's caused another chaotic traffic jam in every other area. So, just more clown show rubbish. So I'm guessing they're probably going to have to make that a 15-minute city so there's not as many cars on the road. Who knows? I don't know. It's just getting crazy, isn't it, all this crap that's going on. So we've still got the Sydney commuters stressed out of their eyeballs despite a brand new tunnel being open. I don't get any of this. Imagine if you're in a lucky car. They interviewed people who'd been in the traffic for 2.5 hours. Imagine a lucky car. You'd run out of charge, wouldn't you? I don't know if it just keeps through, because it's not like a hybrid, isn't it? The hybrids just keep charging them. They switch back into the battery and charge themselves. I wouldn't think a lucky car would have a backup battery to, I don't know how it works. I'm going to have to find out. I'm going to have to do some homework. I'm not very good on all the renewable stuff. We do own a battery shop, but I'm still a bit clueless on all this. Hey, guys, I've also got to share with you Sorry, I am prattling on a little bit today, but there's a lot to share. Remember the other week I was telling you about this guy that my hubby knew, who went to the protests with us way back when the Ottawa protests on, we went to the Canberra protests here, really big events. And he was a friend of ours that went. And his whole family were jibber-jabbered and everything. And they all thought he was mad crazy. I told you about him the other week. And his brother was sitting at the bar with him. Remember I said, and his brother finally admitted to him the other week that I think you were right, mate, about all of this. His brother was starting to piece it together. Well, my hubby came home yesterday. And the same brother actually said to the guy that we know who was awake, you know, a couple of years ago, he actually looked at him because their sister, there's also a sister who is an ambo, all jibby jabbered, you know, the usual, is currently, I think, in hospital with her child who's sick. And he actually came to the brother again and said, I think these jabs are making us all sick because they're all getting sick and the ones unjabbed aren't getting sick, and it's becoming very, very obvious to them. So I'm not going to talk about this too much because I don't want to get a strike, but I just wanted to let you guys know that people are waking up, that perhaps it's probably not been the best thing for maybe their immune system, just saying. But we won't go there because we don't want to go there too much, do we? But I just wanted to share that with you, that actually came out of his mouth, that he felt like something was causing them to all continuously get sick, them and their kids, because the others are getting zero. Anyway, nothing wrong with natural immunity. Nothing wrong with natural immunity. It's been around for many, many hundreds and thousands of years. But anyway, that's enough about that on this channel. All right. Remember I do my 2 viewer readings, guys. Yesterday I did General Wackness and Julie Mains, Juli Mains. And I've got 2 new ones as well to pull today. All right, guys, let's close my eyes, get started without further ado, and we'll see what comes up. I'm getting climate change. I personally feel that everyone is sick of hearing about climate change. People are getting tired of it now. It's a nuisance. It's becoming a nuisance for people to have to even think about climate change, because people can only think, probably not you guys on my channel, because we don't overthink everything. If anything, we have a giggle and a laugh at it. But these people waking up, it's too much to think about. Their biggest concern is how they're going to pay their bills, how they're going to pay their mortgage, how are they going to fill up their car with fuel, are they ever going to be able to afford a house? There's a lot of things going on. How are they going to keep their job? Are they going to be able to keep their business afloat and pay their staff? There's a lot going on. So I'm feeling climate change is the last thing on people's minds. And having it shoved and pushed down their throat is not going down so well. People can't relate to it. They can't relate to it. I mean, how many people do you know, and it's the old rush job, how many people do you know, seriously guys, that are talking about, great, I'm going to get a lecky car? No, I bet I couldn't even get one person down here who's got a friend that's going, yeah, I'm getting a lecky car. I'm really into saving the environment. Not one. I reckon we wouldn't hear of anyone. People just can't get their head around it. It's too much. Climate change, that's what I'm getting. And see, the thing is, deep down, people know nothing makes any difference. People know it. They know. Oh, nothing's changing. The world's not falling apart. It is financially, but people just know it. They know they're being lied to. See, that's what I'm saying. They're awake up. People are awake up now. They're waking up. That they're being fed maybe a few porkies, do you think? Well, they're realising that now. And the thing is, it's saying to me, what was once hidden is no longer hidden. So I feel like we know here the great reset agenda that was once hidden is no longer hidden. people are tapping away. People are finding out. This leads to that, which leads to that. And suddenly your algorithms and that's coming up on your phone and your feed. And you're starting to hear little things about, ooh, like your car's on fire. Or, ooh, you're starting to hear little things about geoengineering. And I know people still don't believe about the geoengineering with the weather. People still, I said it to someone the other day, we're talking about weather, and they thought I was crazy. Because we all, and it was someone here in the mountains, and it was even like they know that they were talking about the man-made snow. And I said, well, yeah, they've got to stop playing around with the weather because we'll end up with no snow because they're interrupting all the natural weather patterns probably. And they just look at you like you're crazy. But no impact on us, is it, guys? We're used to it. We always get that look, don't we? And people go, what? What are you talking about? You can see people just go, what are you talking about? You crazy conspiracy theorist, tin hat, foil, flat earther. But I don't care anymore, and I know you guys are the same. I just put it out there because I figure, well, that's a seed plant. If we go, well, if they stop manipulating the weather, maybe the weather wouldn't be so extreme because they're interfering with Mother Nature. And then they just, I reckon they start thinking about it. That's just my opinion. And Jen, I have to say you gave me such good gut laugh yesterday with your Karen event in the car park. Jen nearly got hit, guys, by a guy. I think he was reversing out and it was like missed her by millimeters. And she lost her shit in the car park. Oh, Jen, I keep pitching you as a Karen because we've been talking about the Karens, but basically what she was saying was there were Karens everywhere in the car park doing stupid shit. See, people aren't even in their heads at the moment. Not you, Jen, because I know you're a classic. But basically, there's people everywhere just losing their shit in, like, not focused on what they're doing, like you said with the guy reversing out and all these near misses that you had. It's crazy. The world is going crazy. Oh, and it does impact us, Jen. That's the thing, guys. It does have an impact on us because we feel their frequency and vibration. So it's just a frustrating world at the moment. Like I keep saying, the anger beast mode and Karens are just rising everywhere. Oh, Jen, you're always good for the laughs, I tell you. All right, let's keep going. All right. Yeah, I'm getting China. We've had China a lot lately, which is Canada, Trudeau's lovely country. We call it China because it's like the little panda. I'm getting that China's on the move. I feel like China is really sourcing resources. I feel like Trudeau's really trying to get the claws of Canada into getting some control in the narrative. He wants to be part of the big show. He wants to be on the world global stage. He wants to be up there with he kind of is up there, sadly, with the elites. But he wants to be above the other layers. He wants to be, no surprises. He wants to be him and like Xi Oh, why does he look at Xi like he's just this wonderful leader? I don't understand it. So I do feel he's pushing forward now on his resource management. His importing and exporting factors are going to become important because he needs to keep his country propped up financially. So I feel like Trudeau's, it's saying like walking above people, like on a tightrope, walking above people, like a real showman, like, look at me, I've got my balance right. And I'm just getting this walking across the tightrope. And it's showing that he hasn't even got a safety net underneath him, like he's so cocky that he thinks he won't fall. That's the kind of attitude he has though, isn't it? Look at me, I'm untouchable with my balancing stick and I'm walking the tightrope above all the others. He really sees himself as above people, all these global leaders. Oh, except Xi Jinping. He sees himself on that same level as, but see, the interesting thing is, guys, we don't see Xi Jinping like that. in Panda. None of us here see Xi you right, Soph? Like that. Oh, she's so cute. Sophie, you're so cute. Oh, she's all snuggly. We don't see him like that. But I guess if you think of the big picture of the world stage, Xi Jinping is known for being a ruthless dictator. And he does threaten and intimidate a lot of countries. He really does. He really is quite intimidating. And that's how he gets his power. He intimidates people. Look at Taiwan. He intimidates them all the time. He intimidates a lot of countries. Oh, and he's scared. Remember, he did scare America with his little balloon drones or whatever they are, which wasn't probably even Panda anyway. It was probably Biden put them up himself. So I am getting that. Trudeau thinks he's rising to that level now. I think the people in China would have something to say about this, don't you guys? I hope you do get stand-ups over there. I would love it. I would love it. Oh, we need another Ottawa event, don't we? To keep the whole world on the awakening. We need something to happen. Maybe not in Ottawa. We could pick a different place. Maybe Alberta. Everybody head there. All right. Gosh, I'm getting the Royal Kardashians. We always have to get the Royal Kardashians because we know Chucky plays big part in everything, being the WEF puppet that he is. But I'm getting that they I'm getting this like gift that keeps on giving, like the Royals are the gift that keeps on giving. Well, we know Harry and Meghan on their privacy tour keep giving with the Endgame novel written in the Netherlands. But it's also like about the virus, like because you think the gift that keeps on giving, I always get that picture of the present, the immortal CV virus that just keeps returning. But I'm getting this connection with the royals. See, this could be, I'd say it'd be next year. They might focus on a bit of fear around this virus again. See, the thing is with the Royal Kardashians, they like to keep the peasants in their place. They like to keep the peasants squashed because they want to be up in their big tower on their balcony, you know, looking at everybody from afar. They don't like mixing with the little peasants and Lego people. So I'm getting some connection to the gift that keeps on giving. Maybe it's just relating to that they're similar to the CV virus that they just keep in our faces. Like, you think about it, the virus just swaps from country to country, depending if you're going into winter, summer. I don't think it even matters anymore. I used to think it followed winter around the globe, but I'm thinking that now. God, we've got it here in Western Australia and it's summer over here, nearly, I think tomorrow or the next day. And it just travels around the world. So this is probably what they're relating to when they're talking about the Royal Kardashians. They're just going to keep in our faces, which they do a good job of that, don't they? Because they've got to keep their popularity up. See, they're fizzling. They've been dying out for a few years now. And losing the Queen was like major disruption to the royal, sort of pageantry, the royal affairs, the royal dignitary, that all this kind of stuff is what I'm getting. It threw everything out. So they've got to really work at the rebuilding, the rebranding. They've got to get modern. And see, this is what I keep saying with the Harry and Meghan thing. It's like they know how it works, and Will and Kate do too. You can't tell me. I bet if we all got on Instagram and had a look, there'd be all pictures, the best pictures, because isn't Kate a photographer? So they'd look at our picture perfect family, us and the kids in the garden, and you know, everything's perfect and wonderful, and Harry and Meghan, you know, walking along hand in hand and at all their special function, the Invictus functions and all this. It's all social media now. See, the Royal Kardashians, and that's why I call them the Royal Kardashians, because they're knowing how to work the old media social platforms and get the views and get the likes and get the eyes on the royals. They're working it. Remember, they have management teams that manage these things, guys. Or I don't think, I'm not saying Camilla and Charky Chucky having a big following. They probably do. I'm not seeing them having a big following on Insta. I'm not seeing their things going viral, but nonetheless, they're rebranding. They've got management teams working on this, keeping the royals alive. The royal Kardashians are staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. That's what I'm getting. They're staying alive. And that's the main thing. That was the whole goal in the last couple of years, to keep everything alive for the royal Kardashians. They need to be important. But of course, that's coming from, the puppet masters way back, because we know who the real kind of ringleaders are in these kind of things. It's not the front men. They're just the ones that are like the stars of the show. We've got the directors in the background when it comes to the royal Kardashians. All right, let's keep going. Enough of the royals. I'm getting England. I'm getting England's in a bit of turmoil. I'm getting that you're in a bit of turmoil over there. I still feel like, even though we've got hostages being released and the Israel, pro-Palestine, all this kind of stuff, I don't know. It's all getting just a big blur now, isn't it? I feel like you're still getting big marches because, like I keep saying, people are angry. People are pissed. We know Ireland's got these big marches and protests going on. There's a lot going on that's triggering people and igniting them up into their beast mode. So I do feel that England's going to get into a bit of turmoil. Have you noticed how Sushi is laying low? Sushi is laying low. It's almost like he's getting other people to do his dirty work for him at the moment. He doesn't want to trigger the people off. See, I think Sushi's aware that he's a bit of a trigger for the people, because people are a bit, we know they are, ticked off at him for coming so hard at them with everything, cost of living, everything. See, he didn't think that would happen, but it has happened, and he's had to go, like I said, and redo his blueprints and replan things moving forward, how he's going to approach this, so as he doesn't get people offside. Because the last thing he wants is to be ousted like, what was her name? The woman before that was in for 5 minutes. Liz Truss, wasn't it? Yeah, and he doesn't want a Boris Johnson event happening, like this kind of thing, where the people then see him as like a loser and corrupt and not having their best interests at heart. He doesn't want that, even though we know that's what he's doing. He's going to have to try and cover all this up. It's again under the carpet, Matt. Sweep everything under so no one sees it. So I feel like he's got people doing his dirty work at the moment, Sushi. But I feel he'll hit hard again after Christmas. It's not over. It's just a lull period that a lot of us are coming into for Christmas. They're laying off the little people, like I said, giving us a little bit of reprieve, respite. It's only temporary. It's only temporary. All right. So there's a lot of, I think, turmoil coming in London, England, the UK, and possibly surrounding areas as well. Let's see if there's one more thing, and then we'll pull some cards, guys. Where's Frankston? Is there a place called Frankston? I'm getting Frankston Airport. Where's Frankston? Sounds German or something, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know if there is such a place called Frankston. Anyway, I'm just going to put it out there because I'm getting like Frankston. Maybe it sounds like that. Frankenstein. Frankston. I'm just getting airport. Could be a terrorist issue. Could be a problem. I don't know. Sometimes they just give me little snippets, guys. Let me see if there's something else. God, I'm getting this link, and it sounds really weird. I'm getting this quote. The capital of London is Spain. What on earth am I getting that for? Is there some link between London and Spain? Maybe you two are getting something at the same time. maybe the sushi and whoever's in Spain are working together, implementing the same things at the same time. There's some link between Spain and London. Could be around transportation. See, Spain's been getting hit hard. That's what I keep saying as well. I've had them for a while, haven't I? Spain, Madrid. I think I got Portugal once too, didn't I, around this? The capital of London is Spain. What does that mean? Maybe there's something, it could be around, is it the Spanish consulate? What do you call those buildings where it could be something like that. Anyway, there's some link between London and Spain. Interesting. I guess we'll have to watch this space and see. Sometimes they don't give me a lot of detail. Sometimes I just get snippets, don't I, guys? All the snoring here today. At least those antibiotics will start to work soon. My poor old doggies. Even Sophie's really tired today. The rain makes them very weary, doesn't it? All right, how about we pull some Gaia cards today, guys? And we'll see what info we're having to hear. Oh, yes, I reckon I have got a Baker cyst in my other leg. Thanks for asking, guys. I know you guys are suffering with your aches, pains. It's like, Louise, you and I were talking about, it's like it moves around in our body. It goes from here to there to here to there. I've got a bad neck spasm still. I've now got a Baker cyst behind the other knee. I know I have because I know the feeling. And I think it's burst and it's moving down into my calf muscle because my calf was sore while I was painting yesterday and I was struggling to paint. I couldn't even bend my knee to sit on the floor. So, God, guys, I don't even know what's going on with this. It is absolutely insane. I just got my other knee right. It still plays up a little in the rain, so it probably is a bit arthritic. I know, Sue, you've got a bit of arthritis. A lot of us have. Is this just the aging process? I'm confused. It can't be. So I don't even know what's going on, guys. It's crazy. Oh, I better put my glasses on. Oh, this is a nice card, guys. Rising above, clarity, freedom, and solution. Man, we could use some solutions. We've got the old white dove of peace, flying high, rising above, clarity, freedom, solution. I love it. See, the thing is, it's in that order, isn't it? If you think about it, our journey of the awakening, which we've had for the last few years, guys, we had the clarity, we had the crystal glasses, we could see things very clearly using our intuition, our sensitivities. We could just pick up on these things. And then it led to our feeling of freedom where we dropped the backpack of our emotional hurts and past pains and we sort of pulled anchor and took off. And then we're probably now at the phase of solution. We're looking for solutions to sort of fly as free as a bird because at the moment, I would say most of us aren't. We're struggling with our physical aches, pains and ailments. But is that part of the journey? You know, you've got the emotional healing and is the spiritual and physical that closely connected? Is there a fine line between the spiritual? Nine of Hearts. So we've got the third eye opening up. We've got, it's almost like the tree of life a little bit, isn't it? What have we got? Fulfillment, harmony, and protection. See, I believe we are guided and protected by our guides because we're so intuitive. We listen to these things. Harmony and protection, fulfillment. And it is. It's about fulfilling yourself too. Like what stimulates you. We talk about creativity and passions. And what makes you happy in life. And obviously with the hearts in that card, it's that love frequency vibration that we're lifting to. People learn... Professional turnout. You know that I am. Living from that heart frequency vibration, which is learning to love yourself. But it's living from the heart space, which is a feeling place, not just from the head, which is very 3D. The head is very 3D. It's not really a feeling place. Apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. Yeah. And this is what is causing the aches, pains and ailments. It's apprehension. It's that, well, I guess too, for a lot of us here, it's the how. How do we move forward through these pains? moving out into the world, doubt and fear. And it's working through, I think, our doubt and fears. In the past, we probably had a lot of doubt, not so much now. But I always talk about the little fragments of fear that are still subconsciously trapped in our bodies. I still believe that's true. It's subconscious. We're not even aware of these things half the time. Let's pull a healing angel card around this. Interesting. Oh, it's certainly been an interesting journey, hasn't it, guys? The last 4 years, or even longer for some of us, I suppose. And thank you for going back and watching some of my self-help videos, guys. I've got a lot of self-help videos, is why I originally started my YouTube video channel 7 years ago. So thank you for going back and checking out some of my other videos on self-help and things you can do to help yourself. Think global. You're being encouraged to spread your wings. Think outside the square. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be, and so it will be. And then, of course, I've got to get that song by the Beatles. Of course I do. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. It's true, though. Think global. But that's us. You're being encouraged to spread your wings, which is what we're doing. Think outside the square, which is what we do all the time. We have been for many years. You're a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love and let it be, and so it will be. Which it is being. The truth is coming out. We know that it is. And see, when you think about it, what we've been through and everything, we've never looked at it just from our little, neighborhood or suburb. We've looked at this on a global scale. Look what we talk about every day. We talk about different countries. We talk about the leaders. This is a global expansion, and we know it. That's why we get so many kind of broad topics here, I think, and snippets from every country. And, you guys are great. We all comment and let each other know what's going on where we're living. So we're all kind of up to date. Okay, how about we pull our viewer cards next? Like I said, yesterday I did General Wackness and Julie Maines, and today I'm going to be pulling some cards for user HK2, and I think your name is Betty. I've got the feeling. I'm going to pull you an Angel's Oracle card, Betty. My mum's name is Betty. Betty Boop. Betty. Oh. Listen to your intuition. So you're getting messages really sent to you now. They're strong. You can't ignore them. I feel you're not afraid of them either. I think you like receiving. You like receiving messages and guidance and gifts from other people spiritually, I think. I feel like you're a bit of a planner. You like to plan things. You like to focus on things and plan them. I feel like you like to be organized. For example, you might take a trip and you like it very planned. You like to know that everything is organized ahead of time. For example, if you were to go away, you like to know where you're going, where you might be eating, where you might be staying. You're not a spontaneous person. I feel like you're a very organized, planning person. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm just going to pull another one, Betty. Yeah, I keep getting this. I keep getting wealth and abundance for you. I keep getting this wealth and abundance. I feel like that's never an issue for you. You look at this DNA structure of yours is up above. Your high mind brings you wealth and abundance. Look at the wings on that and the gold. I feel like you live a very abundant, It's saying affluent life, and it's not just around money. That's around joy, spirit, happiness. And see, again, it's that, this was the card that came with that abundance card. Remain positive. Like, look what she's holding. She's holding like joy, magical expression I'm getting, gifts, shining light. Look at your like third eye there, just beaming. The guides are saying, but you need to smile more. Maybe you have a bit of a, they're saying you're a little bit, can be a little bit statue-like. Oh, that's interesting. But they're saying smile more. Smiling is a gift that you can share with other people. They're saying that you have a little bit of trouble expressing yourself when it comes to joy. You might feel joy, but you have trouble expressing it. I'm just getting that for you, Betty. Let people see it. I feel like and I think what's happened is you're guarded about it. You think if you let people see it, that's going to become a weakness, that people will pick up on it and then they'll take advantage of you, but they're not going to anymore because you've changed. See, if you're here, Betty, I'm going to call you Betty, user HK2. Oh, it's like a secret agent name, isn't it? I feel like once upon a time, maybe people did take advantage of you. You were like a soft touch, but you're not there anymore. You're a very strong person. Oh, look at all my dog hairs from taking the dog to the vet. Sorry. You're a very strong person now. But you've got to smile. Let it be seen openly now. Let people see that version of you. I feel like you've hidden that version of you away for a very long time. You try not to let people see your happiness. You protect it. Let's pull a soul expression. You protect your happiness for some reason. Because, and I understand that, it's very sacred to you. You don't give it out easily. You don't give it out freely to people who don't deserve it. I understand it. But the guides are saying, but if you smile more, the whole world smiles with you. The whole world smiles with you, whatever that song is. If you smile, the whole world smiles with you. Betty. Source. You are divine, you are made of love, and you are straight from source. So I feel you're very tapped in. You're tuned into yourself. You know your gifts. I feel like you understand your gifts and how they work. You're quite strong-minded. You don't take nonsense from people either. But I still feel like you're holding back. You're holding back from being who you really are. Let people see who you are now. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. You don't have to protect yourself anymore. Yes, you're a beautiful, soft soul who's very caring and very nurturing. And that's a gift. Once upon a time, I think you were probably told and you probably thought, oh, that's a burden. And that's a problem. Because then people take advantage of me. But they're not going to take advantage of you anymore, Betty. They're not. Because you're not who you were many years ago. You're a completely different person who sees through all the crap. Manifestation. What do you want to manifest in your life? Positive belief, positive thought, positive action, positive result. And again, manifestation, you think about, it's the mirror again. If you smile, the mirror smiles back to you. You'll get more of it. You'll get more of that, the same coming into your life, more of the people that are on the same page as you coming into your life. It'll become easy. Manifesting for you will become easy. I think you can manifest pretty well now, but I think it'll get better for you. And I'm getting that song, things will always get better, will always get better. Whatever that song is, things will get better. Yeah, I feel like something that you can work on improving, just flowing more, receiving better, and not being afraid. I feel like you had, perhaps as a child, you had a lot of fear or you were afraid of being yourself. I feel like you had to hide a lot. That's what I'm getting with that smile. You had to be, it's saying you had to be always stoic and brave and expressionless in order to sort of survive through life. But now I don't want you to be that anymore. I want you to be more expressive. I want you to experiment too, Betty. I want you to do this to people and see what reaction you get, because I think you'll be very surprised at people will see you very differently. And I think if you start smiling and laughing more and relaxing your face muscles, I think you're going to get a very different side of other people. You know, you can pull out different aspects of other people, and when people see that in you, it brings out that best in them as well. So I want you to experiment. I want you to change your facial expressions and see if you get comments about it, that people will kind of go, oh, you look so bright today. Oh, you're so cheerful today. Or I want you to take note. It's an experiment that I want you to do, Betty. You need to work on your facial expressions. Your face is too stern. And I'm not saying it's a resting bitch face, but just joking. But you have a stern look on your face a lot. And people take it as very serious. And so I guess what happens is people don't know how to react to you. That they get a little bit guarded because they think, does she really mean that? Or her face isn't saying that. See, people read body language subconsciously, Betty. So if you start changing your body language, people will reflect and mirror that back to you as well. So you'll get a better side out of them too. So I want you to go and experiment with that, Betty. Use a HK2 and see if you get just a different reflection back. Because you don't have to have that fear. You don't have to have this serious face anymore. You can lighten up. It's time to lighten up. And it'll take a lot of the stress away in your head. Maybe you suffer headaches, tension. If you relax your face and laugh and joke, you know, it's like exercise. You know, when your jaw's tight, you go and you stretch things. Have a good laugh, you know. Go watch Clown Planet. That's a good laugh. Aussie Man Reviews is another good laugh on YouTube. Go and have some good laughs. Relax your face. You need to relax your face, because I think you're going to find that once you start doing that, you'll get different aspects of other people. They'll see you very differently, because it's subconscious. You're not even aware that you've got this very serious kind of stern face. I'm just getting this face thing about you, but it comes from childhood. It's not your fault. It's just things that are ingrained in us subconsciously that we find hard to shake. They just become habits, that's all. But now you're awakened, you've grown, you've expanded. It's time to change the other things and let them go. They're just things from the past. They don't serve you anymore. That was a way of protecting yourself, but now you don't need to protect yourself. You don't need protection. Well, you are getting protected by guides and things like that, but you don't need to protect yourself anymore. Just let it all go and go and experiment. All right. Hopefully that helped you, Betty. And let us know. Give us some feedback if you go and experiment and see what happens, if anyone notices. The next person I'm going to read is Joan Schwartz, 7817. Hi, Joan. Let's pull you an Angel's card as well. See what we get. Yeah, communicate clearly, Joan. And again, we've got the dolphins, the vibrational energy, communicate clearly. I feel like you've got a lot of people around you, Joan, and there's can sometimes be a lot of chaos in the madness. I feel like sometimes it feels to me, oh, I just saw two beautiful red parrots flying then. I wonder if that was significant for you. Communicate clearly. I feel like you feel like you're not heard. I feel like it's showing me something like, do you remember Charlie Brown on that show? And was it the teacher that used to just go, wah, 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 that cartoon, Charlie Brown and Snoopy? And the teacher would go, blah, 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 wah, wah, wah. I feel like you feel like that. You find it hard to communicate clearly because you feel like you're not being heard. It feels to me, Joan, that people aren't on your level. So you feel like it's just falling on deaf ears. It's almost like when you've got a teenager, for example, and you're talking to them and you're like, wah, wah, wah. And then you realise, God, I might as well go talk to the wall. So you pretend you're talking to the wall just to annoy them because they're not listening to you anyway, because they're probably on their phones and devices. So I feel there's a bit of frustration around communication with you, Joan. Let's keep going. I'll pull another card. And it frustrates you. I feel like it frustrates you. And the thing is, I don't think you want to yell at everything and be... So I think what happens is you become submissive and you sort of back away and just can't be bothered. And you just kind of feel a bit breathless and, well, what's the point? I feel like I'm getting this kind of what's the point thing with you, Joan. Oh, let go. Yeah. Just let it go. So you got to remember too, things are always changing and evolving. Even when people are going through phases in their life or they're not listening or they're teenagers, it does pass. It's not forever. These things can just be temporary sometimes. And it could also be that you've got to improve your skills as well, like by listening, by holding court. The guides are saying, have you ever thought about like acting like, not a judge, but being like the judge where they tap the thing, not that you have to do that, and holding court, like being in charge of the room. Maybe this is something you need to practice so people do start to hear you more, because I think what you have to say is quite valid and of importance. I don't think it's irrelevant. I think people make you feel like what you're saying is irrelevant, but it isn't irrelevant, Joan. So you've got to find this way of, it's like saying to me, it's like parting the waters. I'm getting like, you know, when was it Jesus or someone and they parted the waters? I don't know who it was. It was in the Bible. I can't remember the story. But, and you could just walk through water and the chaos. Well, I'm getting that. You've got to learn to part the waters somehow. Just let me see if I can get anything else around this. Hang on, Joan. Yeah, and this is what the guys are saying. Use your energy. Use your energy to part the waters. So what I'm getting is use the energy behind your words. Use your vibrational frequency. That's why we're getting back to the vibrational frequency. If you look with the dolphins there, use your vibrational frequency. Put your thought on, I really want to say this, and I'm going to start with the energy first, put it out there, and then I'm going to start talking. There's no point just going blah, 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 when there's no energy or meaning behind it, because people aren't going to absorb it. Whereas, you know, it's like anything. You could talk and say a whole paragraph of something with no energy behind it, means diddly do. But if, I think it was you, Catherine, I got it for Catherine, I think here. You could say 3 words, and if you come with the right energy behind those words, it has huge impact on people. So I guess what I'm saying to you, Joan, is less is more. The less you say, the more that gets heard, because it comes with good energy behind the words. You will have more impact. The less you say, the more impact it will have. All right, I'm going to pull you a soul expression card. Ooh. Sound. I allow the vibration of music to release me. I allow the vibration of sound to heal me. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Just get in tune more. Just understand your own frequency and vibration. It's this, see, the spoken word is just the spoken word, but without the frequency behind it, nothing gets heard. It's like music. Why do we love music and get so much music here? Because vibration and frequency, it's not just about the words being sung. It's about the drums, the violin, all the things, you know, the trumpet, all the things that are causing that vibrational frequency sound that come behind the words. You know, we always have the lead singer out the front, but everything's coming from behind, the vibration. That's what you got to focus on, Joan. Hang on, let me pull one more. Soul. I honor my soul and celebrate its full expression. I'm divinely perfect. You are. You've got a lot to offer, Joan. Don't lose sight of it. You are divinely perfect. It's showing me you just sort of wither away like an old wilted flower when people, like in the garden, when people don't listen to you. So start having more impact. Start having more belief in yourself. Start having more control of the room. Part the waterways with your energy. Have good body language. Come in with great presence. You know, don't cower away and then think, oh, no one's listening. I'll just sit back in my chair and say nothing. Move forward. Open your body language up. Make sure your voice is being projected really clearly. I've got videos on verbal projection of your voice, and what's that where you call it the sounds and the vibration of your voice, how that has impact. You know, it's like anyone. If I come into a room and I go, oh, how you all doing today? You know, it's flat as a tat. But if I go, good morning, how are you all today? Two very different vibrations, aren't they? So that's what I'm trying to highlight to you. So I want you to start practicing that, Joan. Focusing on your vibrational tone and the energy that's coming behind and getting more control of the situation in the room using your body language and your sound projection. It's the tonality as well of your voice. Don't sort of start something and then prattle on about a big paragraph and then it all fizzles and goes quiet. Say your 3 words or a really strong sentence, and I think you'll find you'll have a lot more impact, because what you have got to say is important and it has impact on people and they do absorb it. But if sometimes it goes on too long, that's when you lose people and they switch off as well. So don't just be the wilting flower in the corner. Be the blossoming rose is what I'm getting for you, Joan. All right. I think that's all I've got for you today. I'll just see if there's one more thing before I finish, guys. Oh, I'm getting this song. I think it's by In Excess. Stay young, just as one. I can feel it there. I can't be as you. I'm getting that song. I think it's called Stay Young by In Excess, isn't it? Oh, I love that song. I love In Excess. I love Michael Hutchence. And I'm also getting another song, One by John Farnham. I love that song too. One is the loneliest number that you ever knew. And that reminds me, that song, of when we were on our own a lot during the original Jab Wheel. It's funny because I saw my girlfriend yesterday, one of them, the one that was very nasty to me, and I just didn't feel anything. I feel so disconnected and removed from it now. And I don't mind being on my own. And I know you guys are the same. So I'm getting that song. I want you to play that. Stay Young, I think it's called, by In Excess. I'm getting the song One by John Farnham. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I'm getting that song by Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax. We get it a lot here. We haven't had it for a while, though. Relax, don't do it. My 2 dogs are relaxed. Where You Wanna Go, Where You Wanna Go by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. That's what I'm going to leave you with today. I'm going to say goodbye from me and the doggos. There's Sprocket. He's collapsed. Hopefully those antibiotics are going to help him have a sleep. Sophie, you going to say goodbye to everybody, Sophie? No, too tired to even wag the tail today. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from me and the doggos, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Remember, hit the like buttons, subscribe, guys, and please comment down below. You know I love hearing from you, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.